everyone, welcome to another edition of Beer 30 Beer Reviews with me, your host, Big Dub. Today, as you might be able to guess from the beers in front of me, we're going to be talking Belgian beers, the different styles and kind of how they got their name, what you can expect when you drink them. First thing that you need to know when it comes to Belgian style beers, you see this a lot, is Trappist. And what does Trappist really mean? Basically, it really stands for beers that were produced within the walls of a monastery. So yeah, basically monks making beer. Now, I believe there's about 16 to 20 Trappists across the country, across the world. I think there's maybe one or two in the U.S. right now, but when it comes to Belgian style and Trappist beer, that's really where it got its name and where it got started. Now, the ones you really normally see when you're out and about and you see Belgian style, you usually see the double, the triple, and the quad. And you're wondering, what does that exactly mean? Where does it come from? Well, in front of me here, I have from Omegan, I have their double Merlot. It is a Belgian style double ale, fermented in red wine barrels. And then over here from Boulevard, there's 6 glass quad ale. So basically a quad as you would see Belgian style. So first, let's talk on the double. Basically, it's a very malt-driven, rich, dried fruit flavor style ale. Practically, there's no hoppiness, which if you're someone who doesn't like that hoppiness flavor, this is a beer for you. It's going to be more amber in color. And the name really comes from when they used to mark the barrels. They put 2 X's on it, hence double or double. So that's kind of where the name came from. That style got that. Moving down the line, you have the triple. You're thinking, why is there a double? Why is there a triple? What is it? Triple is more spicy. It's bright, fruit flavored with tons of carbonation. What's funny though, it is a higher ABV normally than the double, but it lacks that alcoholic burn despite that higher ABV. I mean, normally with the triple, you're looking at a 7.5 to 9.5 ABV range, but it is lighter in color too, which is kind of shocking when it carries that higher ABV. So as we're going, let's start with the double over here from Omegan. So this one has been aged in red wine, hence the Merlot flavor and name that comes along with it as well. So as you can see, that kind of brownish, amberish color, that's typical of a double. Normal that brown, amber looking color to it. So put that up front so you guys can get a good look at it. So then you're thinking double, triple, then what in the world's quad? Quad is basically just the bigger brother of the double. It's basically the same characteristics, but the ABV is very, very amped up in it. You're looking basically the low end 9% up to the high end getting over 14% when it comes to the ABV. So it's just ramping up and being a much bigger version of the double itself. So yeah, definitely on the nose, you get the maltiness right up front. You can smell that grainy malt characteristics that you can expect from a malt-driven style of beer. As this one sits on the palate, you're really starting to get the Merlot flavors that come from the barrel that it sat in. You also get a little bit of the dried fruit flavors, more of your the grape, raspberry, cherry stuff, and that characteristic is what you're really pulling through. Again, like I said earlier, there really is no hoppiness at all with this beer. Very, very smooth. Little heavy on the mouthfeel, a little heavy on the body. But it's very refreshing. Enjoy it. If you're someone who also enjoys wines, especially a red wine, you're going to like this beer. That flavor from the Merlot barrels pulls through very well, and it's very delicious. I'm going 8 out of 10 on that one. So well done, Omegan, pulling the flavors from the barrel, using that barrel aging that we have talked about before, and getting those notes out of the barrel itself. So what other kind of Belgian beers? I know the big ones are the double, the triple, the quad, but there's also the wit beer, kind of their style of a wheat beer. It's more citrusy, fruit forward with almost, again, zero hop presence. It's more of a summer style. It's very refreshing, bright. It's very satisfying, easy to drink, very light mouthfeel. So almost like you would expect from seeing a white or a wheat beer itself. So let's move on over to the 6 glass here from Boulevard. The quad ale here, their style of the Belgian quad. So as you can see, you almost got the same color. So again, this is basically a big brother of this one over here. It's going to be higher ABV, so it's going to be a little bit stronger. Obviously, I'm not going to pull from it the Merlot notes that this one had as it was sitting in the wine barrels there. As we let that filter down, let the head die down. Another one that if you're not into the stronger beers, the heavier, the malty, another one is the Belgian Blonde. I mean, that one's medium bodied, very sweet fruitiness, maltiness over spice. Another one that's really good, goes down easy. It's one of those that's yellow in color, golden color, and just very smooth and easy and enjoyable to drink. So those are some of the main ones when you are looking at Belgian. Now there's other ones as well. One we have talked about, it's my favorite, so I brought that before, is the Saison, one of my favorite styles. But when you're also looking at the other ones, there's the Flanders Red, the Belgian Strong Ale, the Belgian Pale Ale, as well as the Oud Bruin. So feel free to look at those. But I want to cover the ones that are most prevalent, the ones that you see most often while you're out at bars, when you're mostly out at breweries. So you kind of understand what you see up there on the menu and kind of what to expect if you order that style of beer. Moving to this one, I'm getting definitely the fruit notes. Not getting too much maltiness. Alright, the dried fruit notes do come in, but it's much sweeter than I expected. It's not very heavy. It doesn't carry as strong of a mouthfeel as this one did. Felt a little bit lighter in the mouth. It has a very pleasant sweetness to it. No hoppiness whatsoever. So you get the dried fruit sweetness from it. It's very rich when it comes to that. But again, no hoppiness. Very back end, you get a little bit of the maltiness, but it's not on the nose. But you do get it after that dried fruit flavor. And you're not getting crushed by the ABV. I mean, this one's coming in at 10.2. And I'm not feeling it whatsoever, especially as I'm drinking it. So that's very good. I'll go with 9 out of 10 on that one. So hope that helped you understand Belgian beers when you're out and about. If you're looking at the menus, looking at the breweries and deciding what to try. If you've been scared to try them because you don't understand, hopefully I could help you out there. Please ask any other questions you have down below. I'll be happy to answer them. Let me know any categories you'd like me to talk about here in the future. Please subscribe, like, hit that bell. Until next time, cheers guys, appreciate it.